Research indicates that between 81 and 92% of New Year resolutions fail. This means that at least 8 out of 10 times you are more likely to fall back into old patterns than you are to pick up new habits to stick with it. You know, behavior change is hard and there's no doubt about it, but why are we not able to stick to new patterns and new habits we yearn and want to develop? Here in today's video, I'm going to share with you the habit building mistakes you probably have been making, and that is why you are not able to stick to it. Do stay with me and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Smash the like button. Let's get into the video. The first mistake is trying to change everything at once. This is one of the biggest mistakes a lot of people try to make when they are trying to build new habits. You want to get an A in a test. Start by studying at the beginning of the semester, and let's say start studying 30 minutes every night. You want to be able to lose a certain amount of weight at the end of the year. You have to start by the beginning of the year. You have to start running at least 5 minutes every day. You know, you cannot just magically lose a certain amount of weight if you do not put in the work, but you also just cannot put in the work one day and the transformation comes. You are supposed to start small. Try sticking to 1 week, running 5 minutes a day for every week, and let's see if you'll be able to do that. Try studying every night for 30 minutes for 1 week, and let's see if you'll be able to stick with it. You want to start eating healthy. Try reducing the amount of food you eat daily, and let's see if you're able to stick that. But most of the time we get excited by the things we want to change in our lives, the habits we want to build, and we set big goals. Certain big goals are not bad, but sometimes you are not able to accomplish it and you find yourself falling back into your old habits. So the author of this book, Atomic Habits, that is James Clear, spoke about it in this book, and even in his blog, which I read regularly. He said that when he wanted to start working out, he focused on just going to the gym for the next 6 months. With 3 days in a week, he ensured that he would go to the gym, and when the gym became a routine and a normal part of his life, then he focused on another thing he wanted to do. But most of the time we want to change a lot of things in our lives. You want to lose weight at the same time, you want to do a major thing at the same time, and then you get overwhelmed and you are not able to do it. Focus on one thing, build the habit. When it becomes a part and a routine of your life, then you move to the next thing. The second mistake a lot of people make is not changing their environment. You cannot stick to a positive habit in a negative environment. You cannot yearn to be eating healthy every day when you live at a place where fast food is usually just available to you. You cannot decide to be a runner when you are surrounded by people who think that exercise is not needless. It's not needed and it's worthless. You cannot be positive in a negative environment. So if you want to change certain habits in your life, you need to be able to be in an environment that habit you want to change is a normal thing in your life. And I can give a personal testament to it. At a point in time, I said I wasn't going to be taking soda, that is carbonated drinks, and I was actually doing well, and I was praising myself that, oh, this thing wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. What did I do? I decided to stop buying those things, and instead I'll drink water or I'll take fruits, and I was doing well. And then one time we did some work for somebody and they gave us a lot of those things. I was like, okay, let me just take it, come and keep it in my room, and when I see somebody, I'll give it out as a gift. When I brought it, I was like, nah, let me just put some in the fridge. And that day I drank about 4 bottles, and it got me really thinking. I was doing okay until that thing was in my environment. So if you want to change a particular habit, you have to change the environment which pushes you to do those kind of things. You want to start working out, make sure you surround yourself with people whom working out is a normal thing in their life. You want to study and pass an exam. You cannot pass an exam if you live in a room or have roommates or friends who don't study and they're always sleeping and scrolling through social media. You have to find yourself with people who actually study, and you'll be able to develop that habit. There's a popular saying that if you associate with 5 millionaires, you are the next person to become a millionaire. So you are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with, and so your environment can determine whether you'll be able to build a habit or not. Push yourself in an environment that will help you be able to build that habit. The third mistake people make is that they try to develop new chores and not new habits. You see, you have to make sure that the new habits you want to build feel like a reward you are doing to yourself and not new chores. Nobody likes chores. When we were young, nobody liked cleaning and nobody liked sweeping. And when they say you should clean your room or sweep your room, then you make your face certain ways. Nobody really likes chores anyway, but you have to ensure that the new habits you are trying to develop, you make them feel as if they are new rewards. You want to lose weight, make it feel regular, you'll be able to wear the dress you have been dreaming about that you want to wear. You'll be able to run, you'll be able to be active, you'll be energetic and all of that. Ensure that whatever you are trying to do, make it like a reward. You know, as humans, we usually procrastinate and we always wait until the last minute before we do things we are supposed to do or change. So sometimes you set out that you want to adopt new habits, you want to let go of certain old habits or bad habits you have, but sometimes you are not able to do it until those bad habits actually make you miserable that you'll be able to change. But when you make out your habits to feel like a reward, you can start working on them as quickly as possible. The fourth mistake is not tracking your progress. If you are not tracking the progress in which you are developing this new habit, you are likely to lose motivation and give up easily when you actually don't really see the results. You want to lose a certain amount of weight and you have been going to the gym for 3 months now. Check your weight, check the progress, see how far you have come. You know, that's why people take before and after pictures, just to make them motivated to keep going. And so if you do not track the progress in that, how far you have come, you are easily going to lose motivation. You will never be able to change this new habits. The fifth mistake is not having an accountability. You know, having someone you can be accountable to actually is a very powerful motivator when it comes to developing new habits. And sometimes you can find, your friends or somebody to become your accountability partner. You tell the person, I want to save this amount of money at the end of the year, and every month I'm going to put this amount of money in my savings account, or every week. And then you show them evidence that you are actually doing it. The fact that someone is there to check in, once a week, once a month, or even twice a year, it just motivates you to be able to do it. Sometimes other people use social media as a motivation, and I think this can also be good. People set out on their Instagram pages that they want to lose a certain amount of weight at the end of the year, and they post on their stories daily. So I want to work out daily. At the end of the day, they'll come and show a picture of the number of minutes they worked out, the number of minutes they run. It's not that someone will actually do something to you if you decide not to do it. It's just that you want to be that kind of trustworthy and the kind of person people will trust, that when you say you want to do something, you actually follow through to do it. So finding an accountability is very important when you want to develop new habits. So if you do not have an accountability, the likelihood that you'll be able to develop the habit is zero. The next tip is giving up too soon. You know, nothing good comes easy, right? We all know that nothing good comes easy. Sometimes you want to change this habit. You are working on it and you don't see results. You go to the gym for 2 weeks, nothing is changing in your body. You start eating healthy, nothing is changing. You start saving $100 a month, but you have not become a millionaire yet. You don't have the financial freedom yet. Sometimes it just becomes demotivating and you want to quit and you want to give up. But nothing good comes easy. You have to try to stick along to this thing and see how far you'd come along with this. It takes time and effort to be able to build a habit, so stick with it, and in the long run you will see the results. Thank you for watching. Check my video here on how you can become 1% every day, or the 7 habits series from the book The 7 Habits of Highly Effective series. It's a great book in which you will learn a lot of lessons. See you there. Bye.